And Lincoln Financial Field at semifinal number 2 in a matchup that has now today. Notre Dame vanquished Denver.
Career start. Kyle Morris for Virginia, the sophomore.
For Virginia, Luke Weirman, a second-team All-American, wins the opening draw for Maryland, accelerates downhill, fires on Cage, and Morris makes the first save. Struggles in different areas. Virginia on defense, Maryland on offense. The two great coaches have shepherded their teams to championship weekend, and Connor Schellenberger, Ajax Zapatello. Schellenberger had the game winner in double overtime.
Comes up on his toes.
This is huge for Schellenberger. I talked to Lars at midfield, but inverting and bringing defenders behind the cage.
They went 4 and 5 over their last 9, losing to Johns Hopkins and then Penn State.
Menke against Red, one of the short stick D-middies. Spins it back to X, the freshman McCabe Millen. 6 points in the quarters last week. Millen with a bouncer, and the save made from Whittier. Guarded by Schroeder. Now back to Zach Whittier on the invert against Erdman.
Kastner covers Urksa.
Playing hangman, and Maryland picks it apart with the assist.
That's the recipe, Anish.
That is cute.
Somewhere in the postseason, this offense has arrived. A lot of action behind.
Shot clock about to hit 10. Alley dodge, no angle for Daniel Kelly. Maryland turns it over.
Man ride in the clearing. I think that's more of a challenge than actually being the stopper.
Griffin Schutz had 4 goals in the first meeting against Maryland this season. Millen missed the cage. Schellenberger, they trust him out there if the matchup is right. Schellenberger using the pick. Down the alley, missed the cage. The backup to Millen. Colsey and Jack Boyden, D3 Player of the Year at Tufts last season. Boyden setting the pick. Schellenberger over to Schutz, puts it on Cage, missed the mark. Shots, only 2 of them on goal. Peyton Cormier, the NCAA's Division I all-time leader in goals. Terps have a trailer. One more, doorstep dunk. Terps in the regular season against Maryland or against Virginia.
Ajax cleans it up, and in transition, a lever pass. Unbelievable.
In white, you will not prevail. If you're Eric Spanos, and he did against Princeton, he played in space. He used X, the back of the goal, and he used his speed.
Good look here from the wing. It's Kelly against Virginia in the regular season meeting this year.
Virginia in the regular season down at Klockner in 2023. Last year he had big holes.
Weirman wins another faceoff. Another clean exit. Weirman fires and scores. That juices the Maryland bench. 4-1 Terps.
A week ago. It's the evolution of the position. The rules changed a couple years ago.
Don't love the clock and score management of that shot.
Feathers the perfect outlet to Red. Maltz, skip pass, Zapatello stick checked. Short stick matchup for Ryan Colsey against George Stamos. Colsey turns the corner, and
against Schellenberger, Millen, and Schutz, Virginia has no chance to win this game.
Colsey looking for Schutz, couldn't handle the feed.
Zapatello's done masterful work this season dealing with picks. Getting underneath, scraping through.
Shot on the run by Colsey, it's blocked.
Yeager on the field.
Kelly was caught on defense, the attacker, and it looks like Yeager is staying on. So there's some numbers right here.
Terenzi out of the box. Step down rocket. Virginia ends the sentence.
Right down through the middle of the field and get this beautiful step down.
That is the definition of our... Spanos is the answer. I think Maryland's going to continue to hammer the shorties of Virginia, the midfield defenders, like this.
Here is Whittier. Feed in front to Maltz. The game, his 30th of the season, and his 7th.
What he thought Virginia's matchups would be, he says, it doesn't really matter because we're going to attack the shorts regardless of who are off the ball. He's seldom covered ball carriers in this game.
Brennan against Jaeger. Spanos, feet in front, slam dunk.
Combination of Schellenberger to Cormier has been magic, but that causes a turnover, and Spanos sees that double team.
Seizing the underdog status in this tournament. They were home dogs against Princeton, road dogs last week against Duke. They're dogs today.
They're going to attack the shorty here. Spanos against Erdman, jump shot. Back up Maltz. Schellenberger. Millen setting the pick. Zappatello so good on those picks, and that's a little big switch they tried. It didn't work. Millen, question mark, with an exclamation. Goal of the season. He needs one more to break Joe Yavoli's.
Beautiful take here. The son of Hall of Famer Mark Millen and Aaron Millen, both in the U.S.
Here it comes.
Schellenberger out to set the pick for Colsey. Colsey trying to shake Eric Kolar. He got a piece of it. Championship game is on ESPN. Number 1 Northwestern, number 2 BC for the title. Tomorrow, noon Eastern on ESPN. That shot blocked. Weyer picks it up. Maryland, when we were at their practice yesterday, they repped against the ride quite a bit, as they like to do on Fridays. Molliver, that one hits the pipe. In full control. There comes Molliver. Jaeger tries to stay with him.
All single invert. Take the midi behind the goal.
Maryland got top side. Morris got a piece. That's off the stick of Colsey. Maryland's got it. Transition opportunity for the Terps. Burles puts it on goal and connect.
They called him Bubba. He carries in with confidence. And nobody is protected from mayhem. And you see the body language. Coach Tiffany's going to have to be part psychologist, part tactician.
Kelly, low sidewinder. Here's Chisholm
to deal with the contact and the physicality of the Terp defense.
Final seconds, Terenzi down the alley, meets resistance, Kolar. Time expires, Maryland puts the times than not those clean exits which lead to transition opportunities.
Weirman is in complete control, that time raking it directly out to a winger. Now Virginia's adjustment defensively, slower to double team.
Well, they were slow to double that. Chorus gets his first goal of the game.
It was a little round up the balls after practice. Look at him, he's sliding to the turf and uses that free hand to keep his balance.
Italian guy, the food comes first. The candle can wait.
12-2 face-offs. Luke Weirman.
Feed inside, Spanos, Lind tacks on. It is 9-3.
Productive in early offensive sets. This time, dodging down through the middle of that.
Lind, imperious and formidable, just imposing its will right now.
Great flip, great flip.
Terps with a chance and a laser high by AJ.
They can and will.
Kyle Morris in goal, making his first career start. Urksa doesn't want any part of Kastner. Spanos behind the back. Who's sound on defense. But Quinn, you mentioned the shooting struggles of Virginia. How much of that is what the Terps are doing defensively?
Oh, 90% of it.
Millen inside to Schellenberger. That's the best look they've had.
Together, played club together, grew up together, all D1. Many are moving on to the PLL.
Maryland with a jumper. Shot blocked.
See the frustration. It's like a long pole saying, you know, you guys have had the ball enough in settled sets.
Schellenberger skip. Cormier. One more. Doorstep. There it is. Noah Chismar. 9-4 with 9.5 to go in the third. Noah Chismar in the horror genre.
Great ball movement. Skip pass. One more down low to Chismar, who played it.
And they might have a chance to avenge a regular season loss to Notre Dame on Monday. Shot clock at 4. At 3.
Wagner's playing center field. They're stretching him out from sideline to sideline. That, you want to clip that if you're a high school coach, how to clear against a 10-man. It's right there.
Shot and...
It's all been growth throughout the course of the season, and for Syracuse.
Millen works on Canfield. He got banged up last week. Here's Schutz. Oh, took a big hit, bounced off Kolar. Schutz again, left hand. McNaney the save. Only the 8th shot.
When I was in the huddle, just the body language and the overall fight, it seemed to be honestly like they've been defeated.
That was a tough shot about putting them one on cage, but I don't think Maryland's going to give Virginia an opening here. They handle the ride. Morris gets back in net. Spanos off the scramble. Bingo.
Side, and then the redirect, which opens up the middle, and then it's a numbers game.
Handle under pressure.
Maryland has been the puppet master. Whittier to Spanos.
This was unpredictable, though, Anish. I mean, come on. 5 losses, some of them turning on one another when you have a team that was so dominant defensively and struggling on offense.
Terenzi, skip pass. Schellenberger brings it in. Shot clock under 20. Virginia just struggling to get a shot. They do. It misses Herschel quarterfinals. Virginia, when they had the fairy dust, got that call off the crossbar. That shot misses and beat Maryland in open.
Matchup I'm looking forward to is the Northwestern attack. Izzy Skane, Aaron Kuykendall, Madison Taylor against Shea Dulce and Cage for BC. The sophomore has been incredible. Thought she was. You're down 7 goals. You're going to have to play hyperspeed. Ben Ware is going to have to be involved in some scoring opportunities. The short stick D middies with Chase Yeager. And the only way that happens is quick outlet.
Virginia has scored under Lars Tiffany 7. It's happened 3 times.
This view will give you an indication about Maryland. What I love is their approaches on the ball, their stance and stick positioning as they give up a layup. Way to go.
Goal of the game, just his 2nd point. It's 11-5. Still a
little look away. Shelley to Cormier.
Guys like Brian Costabile for the New York Atlas. He's going to be able to breathe and have an acclimation period where the target isn't on his back every single time he touches the ball.
Schellenberger determined, intertwined. They faced each other quite a bit. O'Neal's career is over. Schellenberger's career holding on by a thread right now. Schutz has his shot stopped by McNaney. Kavanaugh.
Turnovers in that game. More than Ajax Zapatello, the defender, had.
Find a way to make an impact.
Syracuse, chorus. Erdman and Nunes got it.
And confidence is brimming. An amazing turnaround. The product they've put on the field in this tournament, the shooting percentage spike.
Look what they're doing now, Virginia.
They always
struggling
could
to
play
get a shot.
good defense.
Millen got his hands free. It's his 2nd. Had 3 goals, 3 assists last week.
Not having a ton of success, but if you watch McCabe Millen down the stretch, he's had a lot of goals like this, sweeping across the.
They lost to Penn State 19-9. Spanos working, crease feed.
I'm gonna.
Defender right there, standing halfway between his man and the ball carrier without a backside.
Fourth trip to championship weekend in 5 years for Virginia as Menke today. A turnover by Virginia, 4.5 to play. Do the Terps go? They do. Shot blocked.
I've never heard one bad word about Connor Schellenberger. He did it the right way. He did it with effort. He showed up before every single meeting. See McCabe Millen missing that shot right there. At the X, opening face-off, Will Lynch, Luke Weirman. Do we need anything more in terms of selling this, in terms of how these teams have grown over the course?
Final 5 seconds. Corey. John Tillman, the master tactician. Paul. But here's what's different for Maryland. 2 years ago, Maryland was that ultimate Goliath. That's Notre Dame.